Done. Yes. So Hare Krishna, everyone. We'll be starting with the. We are starting with the class. So let us see. We will cover up all the topics in the chapters from 7 to 12, if possible, as much as possible. We'll try to do. Okay. So. I hope you can see the screen. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji, I am able to.
Yes. So we will try to cover all the maximum. We'll try to cover all the topics from chapter 7 to 12. So you have to be patient and attentive, because we won't be going as per our normal pace, like how we, usually explain each and every slide. We'll be, going in a fast pace, means so that we can just, rather than covering each and every detail, we'll be just, fast. We'll just be moving through it, or means, we'll be just going thorough with it. Now, before starting with the class, let us take the blessings of Shri Radha Govinda and Srila Prabhupada, by whose mercy we will be able to understand the chapters. Okay. ओम नमः ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिन इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषाय शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे जयो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, everyone. Yeah. So we'll be starting with the class. So these are the topics discussed in the 7th chapter. Knowing Krishna full by hearing about him. Krishna is the source of both material and spiritual energies. The three modes are controlled by Krishna and therefore surrender. The impious lack knowledge and never surrender to Krishna. The pious develop knowledge and surrender. Others who have no knowledge, those who surrender to demigods and those who are impersonalists. And the last is bewilderment of living entity and his freedom through knowledge of Krishna. Okay. So, okay. These shlokas are talking about that how we can, these shlokas basically talk about the various energies of the Supreme Lord. Okay. Yes. This shloka is one of the most important. Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschit yata siddhaye yadatam siddhanam kaschin mam vetti tatvatah. Out of many thousands among men, one may endeavor for perfection, and of those who have achieved perfection, hardly one knows me in truth. Okay. So many people, try to get, usually it's said that the four things in life which are important is, it's called the artha kama, no, dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Okay. And out of which many people try to attain moksha, that is, you can say liberation. Yes, many people, endeavor for liberation, but there are very few people who actually try to, serve the Lord. That's what. So many thousands try to endeavor for perfection, but hardly one knows me in truth. Okay. Okay. Now these shlokas are also important as they talk about the material and spiritual energies of the Lord. So this shloka talks about, this shloka says, भूमिर अपो अनलो वायो खम्मनो बुद्धिरेव च अहंकार इति यम्मे भिन्न प्रकृति अष्टधा. That there are 8 energies of the Supreme Lord. Okay, 8 material energies. Means these are the 8 main constituents of the material energies. Bhumi means earth, Apo means water, Analo means fire, and Vayu means air. Kham. Okay, So see, kham is actually in proper terms it's called ether, but many of us consider it as sky. Many people you might have heard about talking about panchatattva, that earth, water, fire, air, and sky. Okay, and mind, intelligence, and false ego. Okay, now see, all these things are very important. The our body is also made of these five gross elements, and thus it's also important for us to consume these five elements. Now you might ask, how do you consume earth, fire, and all those? Okay, so let us see. Okay, earth. Okay, soil. Okay, now from soil we get plants, and what we eat, the whatever we get from the plants. So therefore, by eating all these fruits, by eating all the various type of vegetables, fruits, and all, we are indirectly eating earth. Then water, so you can drink. Fire. Okay, fire. Now it's not like you consume fire. Okay, it's like you go outside, and you take when you go outside, and you stay under sunlight for a longer time. That is how you consume fire, in the, like, not in the sense that directly that you eat like that, but like that's how you consume. Okay, uh, fire, air is by you, while you breathing in. And now you'll say how ether is basically the space between the sky. Okay, now you might say, oh, how can we consume that? It's like that element is consumed by us when we regularly fast. That's why we see there are various fasts. Every 15 days we have one ekadashi. Then some people even they observe this chaturmas, the 4 months. Many people observe where they eat only once a day, like the grains. Other all times they will eat food. And from Devshayani to Devothan Ekadashi, they maintain this fast. And then there are various festivals like, Janmashtami, Ram Navami, and there are various other festivals where we observe fast. So that's how it helps us to consume the ether element. Okay. Now there are three subtle energies. That is Mano, Buddhir, and Ahankar. Okay, that is mind, intelligence, and false ego. So these are the 8 energies of the Supreme Lord. Okay. Now beside these material energies, there is a superior energy of mind, which consists of the living entities. Okay. And there is material energy of the Lord, spiritual energy of the Lord, and there is the marginal potency of the Lord. Okay. Yes. This is how we learn it. Okay. There are 3 energies of the Lord: external, marginal, and internal. External potency is the internal, inferior material nature, which we saw the 8 elements. Okay. And then Tathashta Shakti, that is marginal potency, which is superior, but it comprises of all the living entities. Okay. And there is another energy, that is the Antaranga Shakti, or internal potency of the Supreme Lord, which is the superior energy again, and it is the spiritual energy. So see, if you want to know, external energy is also called as Mahamaya, and superior energy is known as Yogamaya. Many times I have mentioned these 2 terms. So okay. This shloka also is very important. Here Krishna declares there is no truth superior to me, and everything rests upon Krishna, just like how pearls are strung by a thread. Okay. Now these are the different opulences which Krishna talks about in these 4 verses. Of taste he is water, of light he is moon, of of Vedic mantras he is Om, of sound he is ether, of ability of man he is ability, in earth he is fragrance, his fire is his earth, heat in all that is living he is the life, all ascetics he is the penance, all existence he is the original seed, of the intelligent he is the intelligence, of the powerful is the prowess, of the strong is the strength, and the things which are not contrary to religious principles, he represents sex life. Okay. Ye chaiva sat. Okay. Now let us see the next things. Okay. Yes, this this also shloka is important. It talks that Daivi Hiesha Gunamahi Mama Maya Duratya Mamai Vayet Prapadyante Mayam Epam Garantite. That the divine energy of the Supreme Lord, consisting of the three modes of material nature, is very difficult to overcome, but those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it. Okay. Now these are talking about the various four types of people who do not surrender unto Krishna: miscreants, grossly foolish, lowest among mankind, and the ones whose knowledge is stolen by illusion. Okay, there are four types. Mudhas, the grossly foolish. Okay, people who work who work simply for some amount of money without any reason. Okay, Naradhamas, the lowest of mankind. Okay, now here doesn't mean the caste system. Okay, that according to the caste they are deciding who is the lowest and who is the greatest. Not like that. It's according to the nature and the behavior. Some people, the even their eating habits are very bad, very unhealthy. Okay. So Maya Apahrita Jnana, the ones whose knowledge is stolen by illusory energy, and Asuram Bhava Marshita, the one who are envious of God, or who are who partake in the atheistic nature of the demons. Okay. Now these are the four types of people who worship the Supreme Lord. That is Chaturvida Vajantevam Jana Sukriti Norjuna. The Sukriti Nor means they are the pious men who represent. Artho means uh, uh, Artho means distressed. Jignasur means inquisitive. Artharthi means that one who desires wealth. And Jnani means the one who actually is knowledgeable and he knows that why we should surrender unto the Supreme Lord. So these are the various examples. Draupadi and Gajendra, the elephant, represents the distressed. Then even Prahlad's Maharaj's mother. Then Maharaj Parikshit represents inquisitive. Then Dhruv Maharaj represents desirer of wealth, and then Sugriva also represents he wanted something in return, right? That he will kill his brother Vali. Okay, so therefore this is why he had meet up with Lord Rama, and these are all the Brahmanas. See, Bhagavatam was told two times. Okay, first it was told by Shukdev Goswami to Maharaj Parikshit. No, it was told many a times. Okay, so first it was told by Shukdev Goswami to Maharaj Parikshit, and that is told by the Suta Goswami to all the Brahmanas assembled at Naimisharanya. Okay. So the Bhagavatam which we actually read is the conversation between Suta Goswami and the Brahmanas of Naimisharanya. Okay. Yes. So these are now who are the best among those four kind is the Jnani, because he doesn't desire anything in return, and he engages in devotional service. Now see, all others might worship the Lord for temporary time, but Jnani is surely he will worship for he will keep his devotion for all the time. Okay, permanent. He doesn't have anything in expectation. Okay. Now, this is also very important. After many births, who has actually in knowledge surrenders unto me, knowing me to be the great causes of all causes, such a great soul is very rare. Okay. Now, see, those who want those whose intelligence has been stolen by material desires, means they want quick results. That's why they worship the demigod, so that they can get quick results. But the thing is that the fruits given by the demigods are limited and temporary. And those who worship the demigods go to the planet of demigods, means that's the heavenly planets. And those who worship the Supreme Lord, they will go to the spiritual planet, Golok, Vrindavan, or Vaikuntha planets. Yes. Okay. Yes. Yes. So persons who have acted piously in previous life, whose sinful actions are completely eradicated, they engage themselves in the service of the Supreme Lord. Yes. Those who are in full consciousness, they understand the Supreme Lord. Even they can even understand the Supreme Lord even at the time of death. Okay. So with this, we'll complete. We have completed the 7th chapter. Okay. Eight. I hope you can see the 8th chapter now. Hare Krishna. Okay. And this is the yes. This is the 8th chapter. Okay, which talks about various questions and answers. Okay, the Brahman is the Jiva, Adhyatma is the nature of the self, Karma is the actions leading to material body, Adhibhuta is the material nature, Adideva is the universal form which includes all the demigods, Adi Yagna is the Paramatma, and where does the Adi Yagna reside? In the heart of all. And how to remember Krishna at the time of death? By practicing remembrance throughout the life. Okay. One ever who remembers Lord Krishna at the time of death quits his body, and remembering Lord Krishna attains his nature. Yes. So one should meditate Krishna as the oldest of the oldest, who can be smaller than the smallest, who's maintainer of everything, inconceivable, and always a person. And he being transcendental, he is beyond this material nature. Okay. These are various things. You can just go through all these. I'm just explaining important things. Okay. Because there is a lot of things, a lot of small details given in the chapter. Okay. So one who goes to the one who attains the yogis in devotion, who attains the Supreme Lord, they've never returned to this temporary world which is full of misery, having attained the highest perfection. Okay. Now see, there is misery in all the planets, from Brahmaloka to the lowest hellish planets. Okay. So, but one who goes, one who reaches Krishna's abode, they will never have to take birth again in this material world. Now see, whenever Brahma's day arrive, he makes all the unmanifested thing manifested, and at his night, everything that is manifest becomes unmanifest. Now see, how do you understand this? Is that while it is Brahma's day, all the living entities and all the creation starts, and by the time Brahma's nights arrive, all the jivas start, means they will rest on the body of the Lord Vishnu, and all the creation will be destroyed. Okay, so there will be creation and annihilation again and again. Okay. In fact, many scientists are now reconsidering on this thought, and they now actually somewhat believe in shastras, that how they have made this theory. Now they are also making this theory of cyclic creation and annihilation, but this was already given in the shastras, especially if you can see here in Bhagavad Gita. Okay. Yes. So the one who attains the Lord's unalloyed devotion, the everything is situated within him. Okay. Now I shall explain the different types of passing away. Okay. Now see, this is let me explain. Yeah. So see, the yogis or the yogis, what they will pass in the light and they will attain Brahma Jyoti. Okay, the result, the karma kandis, they might pass away in the darkness and they will attain the heavenly planets, but they will return. They will have to return back to earth. But the devotee, if they pass any time, they will surely attain Krishna Loka. For devotees, it's not anything which is required. So here, what is considered the auspicious moment is the during the daytime, the fortnight of waxing moon, and the 6 months when the sun travels in the north. And the inauspicious time is the complete opposite. During the night time, the fortnight of waning moon, and the 6 months where the sun passes to the south. Now, this is the last sloka of the chapter, of the 8th chapter, where Krishna explains that one who accepts the paths of devotional service, he is not bereft of the results of studying the Vedas, performing sacrifices, or giving charities and doing fruitive activities. At the end, he will reach the supreme abode. Okay. Now, so we have completed 2 chapters so far. Let us now see the 9th chapter. Okay. So I hope you are understanding everything. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. 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 So this is the 9th chapter. Actually, I'm going fast so that we can cover every single important topic. But at your home, what you can do is that it's not necessary that you by heart all these things. You just go through all these things, and they will ask questions related to this in the quiz. The 9 processes of devotional service: hearing, chanting, remembering, serving the lotus feet, deity worship, praying, becoming servant, friendship, and complete surrender. These are the 9 devotional. If you remember the sloka, you'll be able to easily remember it. Shravanam kirtanam vishnum smaranam adasevanam archanam vandanam dasyam sakhyam atmadivedadam. Okay. If possible, I'll send the link of the sloka also. So in case you want to remember for easy, then you can do so. Okay. So here Krishna declares that the knowledge which is giving in the 9th chapter is the king of all knowledges. Okay. It is the most purest, and one who follows this knowledge will attain immense happiness. Okay. Now this talks about that all beings are in me, but I'm not in them. Okay. This is just an example where, many people believe that Newton discovered gravity after the apple falling incident, Now, but actually, who made the apple fall? It is Krishna. So, this what is this, and this tries to explain that everything is under the control of the Lord Krishna, whether it's moving or non-moving, and under the control of the Supreme Lord, everything is created and destroyed again and again. Okay. The foolish people, they consider Krishna as an ordinary human being because they do not know the confidential activities of the Supreme Lord and his different energies. Yes. How to achieve Krishna consciousness mentally, bodily, and vocal? By worshipping Lord Krishna with pure devotion and love. Yes, this shloka talks that though this is also very important shloka. I explained you the example of the story of Sudama, where if you remember that story, that is the best example for this shloka where where Krishna says that he carries what the devotees lack and preserve what they have. So Lord Krishna carried all those things which he lacked, means he gave him prosperity, and he preserved what he had, the chipped rice which was offered by Sudama to Lord Krishna. This sloka also is important, where it talks about that those who worship the demigods go to the heavenly planets. Those who worship the forefathers, they go to the planet of forefathers. Those who worship the, those who worship the ghosts, they'll go to the ghostly planets. And those who worship the Supreme Lord, they will come to the spiritual abode. Also, this is very important, which talks about that the 4 things which can be offered by Lord Krishna. And also, the main thing is that it should be offered with love and devotion. Okay. The 4 things are patram, leaf; pushpam, a flower; phalam means fruit; and toyam means water. These are the 4 things. Now, this talks about the importance of prasadam. It helps to purify our mind, advance in bhakti, and develop finer tissues in the brain. Yes. This sloka talks that whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer or give, whatever austerities you perform, do all of the following as an offering to Lord Krishna. Now, this is the last sloka, very important sloka. Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mamai vaishasi satyam te prasijane prihosi me. No, mamai vaishasi yuktaivam atmanam madparayanam. Now, you might have wondered why did it speak something else. Okay, actually, this sloka is this sloka is similar to the one which is which is said in 18th chapter. So I by mistakenly took a sloka which is there in the 18th chapter. Okay, but the meaning is the same. So this shows that how important is this sloka, that it is repeated twice in Bhagavad Gita. Okay. Yes. So what does this sloka say? Can anybody read this? Okay. This part and this other part.
Yes, Prabhuji, I'm reading.
Yes.
Being completely absorbed in me, surely you'll come to me. Engage your mind always thinking of me. Be my devotee. Offer obeisances to me. Worship me. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes. So this sloka talks that how you can engage. See, the 4 steps are, I explained you before the previous class. If you can even refer to the recording where I said that a person, see, what does he start? He said, no, he cannot, engage his mind in the service of Lord Krishna. Then Krishna says that, okay, fine, you can become my devotee. No, he can become anyone devotee except yours. Okay. So Krishna says, okay, then start worshipping me. Then like, no, worship, it will take so much time. I don't have that much. Then okay, offer obeisances sometimes. Okay, that I can do. So one who starts offering obeisances, they'll start slowly worshipping. Once they start worshipping, they'll become his devotee, and at the end, they will try to engage their mind in the service of Lord Krishna. So this is the cycle. Okay, and as I told, this is very important sloka as it is repeated twice in Bhagavad Gita. Okay, just a minute. This is now, we are starting with the 10th chapter. Okay. In the 10th chapter, see, what is important is the 4 slokas, okay, the Tatsu slokis, and also now see, these few slokas talks about how Krishna is the source of everything. Okay, intelligent, all these qualities are made by Lord Krishna. He created all the 7 great sages. Okay, the Saptarishis, then the four other great sages. That is the Sanat Kumaras, okay, and all the Manus are made from Lord Krishna, okay. So Lord Krishna is the source of everything, okay. Now this is the Chaturshloki, okay. Now here Krishna talks that Krishna is the source of all spiritual and material world. Okay. Anybody would like to read all the 4 verses? Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, the slokas?
Yeah, not the slokas, the translation for.
Okay, Prabhuji, I will read. I am the source of every spirit. No, I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who know perfectly know this, engage in my devotional service and worship me
With all their hearts.
hearts.
Okay. Yes. Now this one.
The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me. Their lives are fully devoted to my service, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one and conversing about me.
Yes. Next loka.
To those who are constantly devoted to serving me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me.
And one last.
Out of compassion for them, I, dwelling in their hearts, destroy the shining lamp of knowledge and darkness born in of ignorance. Hare
Okay.
Krishna.
So these are the 4 slokas. First talks that Krishna is the source of everything, and the one who knows this, they will worship the Supreme Lord. Okay. Then he starts talking about the devotees. Okay, the people, the devotees are those who always are devoted to the Supreme Lord, and they always enlighten one another by conversing about the topics related to the Supreme Lord. Now, what happens to those devotees? Krishna gives them the understanding by which they can come to him. And then what does he do as a benefit? That out of compassion, he will, since Krishna dwells in everybody's heart as a super soul, especially in the hearts of devotees, he will destroy the ignorance by the shining lamp of knowledge. Okay. Now this is also very important sloka where where Arjuna declares, Lord Krishna. Okay, he says, Param Brahma, Param Dhama, Pavitram Paramam Bhava, Purusham Shashvatam Divyam Adidevam Ajam Vibhu, Ahustvam Rishaya Sarve Devarshi Naradas Tatha, Asito Devalo Vyasa Swayam Chaiva Brahmishme. Where Krishna, now Arjuna says that Krishna is the ultimate abode, the purest, the absolute truth, eternal, transcendental, original person, the unborn and the greatest. Now, not only he says, but all the great sages also confirm that Narada, Asita, Devala, and Vyasa. And now Krishna himself is declaring this thing to him. Okay. Now, now Arjuna requests Krishna for him to explain all the opulences of the Supreme Lord. Okay. So see, these are the various opulences. Okay, you can just go through. Among men, I'm monarch. Among weapons, he's Vajra. Among cows, he's Surbi. Among procreators, he's Kandarpa, the god of Cupid. Okay. Among serpents, he's Vasuki. Among snakes, he's Ananta. Among aquatic deities, he's Varuna. Among departed ancestors, he's Aryama. Among dispensers of law, he's Yama. Among the Daityas, he's Prahlad. Among the subduers, he is time. Among the beasts, he is lion. Among the birds, he is Garuda. Among the purifiers, he is the wind. Among the wielders of weapon, he is the Rama. Among fishes, he is the shark. Among the flowing rivers, he is Ganges, means Ganga. Okay. Among the creations, he is the beginning, end, and also the middle. Among the science, he is the spiritual science of the self. Among the logicians, he is the conclusive truth. Okay. Among the letters, he is okay. And among compound words, he is the dual word, dvandva samas. Among he is the devouring death and generator of all things. Among women, he represents this quality: fame, fortune, speech, intelligence, faithfulness, and patience. Among hymns, he is Brihat Sama. Among poetry, he is Gayatri. Among months, he is Margashirsh, okay, the November December month. And in this is the month where now see why is this? Because the many people, if you see, they will like the months of winter because it's not that a harsh climate, okay. And uh, and also this is the month where we celebrate Gita Jayanti, okay. Then among seasons is the spring season, okay. Spring season is considered to be the best of all. Among the cheats is Gramblet. Among the splendid is the splendor. Among the his victory and adventure. Among the strong, he is the strength. Among the descendants of Vrishni, he is Vasudev, means the one who belonged to the Yadu dynasty. Okay. Among the Pandavas, he is Arjuna. Among the sages, he is Vyasa. Among the thinkers, he is Ushana. Among the punishments, he is rod of chastisement. Among victory seekers, he is morality. Among secrets, he is silent. Among wise, he is wisdom. Among creators, he is Brahma, and among elephants, he is Airavat. Okay. So these are the things, okay. See, I think what all the things which I have explained you in the class, they are more important, okay. And all these things you can just go through, okay. They won't ask much about this in detail, okay. If you are ready to surrender, then the Lord is ready to take us to the abode. Prahlad Maharaj glorifies Lord Vishnu in the Rakshasa Kurukul. Okay. And this talks about the story of Prahlad. Okay. And with this, we come to the end of this chapter. Now we have two more chapters, that is 11th and the 12th chapter. Okay. Am I going like very fast that you are not able to understand? Or Hare Krishna?
No, Prabhu, they are going a bit slow.
I'm going slow.
No, fast and level.
Okay. So, this is now talking about the 11th chapter, okay. Here, what are the important things that happened is that Krishna, Arjuna asked Lord Krishna to show this form by which he enters the universe, okay, the universal form. Now, what are the reasons? He wants to convince that Krishna is not an ordinary person. He wants to warn the imposters, the people who in the future they will declare themselves as the Supreme Lord for no reason. So he kept a barrier that if he kept a criteria that if you are able to show the universal form, then only you can be considered to be the Supreme Lord. Okay. Then he wanted to see how the Lord is acting from the universe, though he is not a part of it. And he dwelling in Arjuna, he wanted Arjuna did not want to see, but he requested for all the readers of Bhagavad Gita, okay, all other people. Okay. Now the universal form, okay. There are various wonderful things, okay. As we see the description. So Krishna gives Arjuna divine eyes by which he can see the universal form, okay. Now this is how Sanjay describes the universal form, okay. Unlimited mouths, various ornaments and garlands are there. Various scents are also there. All these things are there. And the illumination is as much as hundreds of thousands of suns that rose up together. Okay, hundreds of thousands means 1 lakh. Okay, for us, it means in our system. So if lakh of suns rose up together, that much of illumination was present in the universal form. Okay. then unlimited expansions of the universe. Okay, now Krishna talks about, time, I am the destroyer of the worlds, and he only declares that with the exception of the Pandavas, all the soldiers on both sides will be killed. Okay, so this, uh, in fact, I showed you one clip also of a scientist called Oppenheimer. Recently, there was a movie also based on this. Okay, of course, I don't recommend you to watch the movie, but I'm just saying as a part of information. Okay, and because it has been very famous these days, so that you can relate. Okay, so he is the scientist who made the atomic bomb and the two incidents of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Those two atoms bombs were made by him. Okay, means he had done a major contribution in it. So at that time also he quotes this sloka that that how uh, how Lord Krishna declares him to be the destroyer of all the worlds. Okay, now this also important sloka which talks that O Savya Sachin means the person who can fight with both hands. Okay, the archer, Arjuna was a very great archer, so he could shoot arrows with both his hands. Okay, it's not like many people, if you are playing any kind of sports, we'll have one dominant hand or one dominant leg. The other part will be complete. If we try to do from other hand or other leg, it will be like very difficult for us. So but Arjuna was not like that. He was a very great archer that he could means both his hands were equally dominant. Okay, so Krishna said that, oh Savyasachi, you just be an instrument in my plan. Okay, all people like Drona, Bhishma, Jayadratha, Karna, all warriors have already been destroyed by Lord Krishna. Okay. Okay. Now, first, Arjuna requests Lord Krishna to show the four-handed form, the Chanka Chakra Pratap Padma, the Lord Vishnu form of. Okay, so Krishna shows the four-handed form, and then he shows the two-handed form. Okay, see, to please Krishna, first he displays his real four-handed form, and at last he showed him the two-handed form, encouraging the fearful Arjuna. Okay. Now, this is also very important. By undivided devotional service only can I be understood as I am standing before you, and thus can be seen directly. And only in this way you can enter into the mysteries of my understanding. So, what does this sloka explain? That the two-handed form is more confidential and more, more greater than the universal form, because a devotee does not like to see the opulence. Rather, he likes to have the friendly exchange with the Supreme Lord. Okay. And the one who is engaged in pure devotional service, only he can he'll certainly come to Lord Krishna. Okay, with this we conclude the 11th chapter. We just have one more chapter remaining. Okay, I hope you are understanding everything till now. Okay, Hare Krishna.
We are going a bit fast.
A bit fast. Is there anything that you didn't understand?
No, Prabhuji. I understood everything.
Okay. Actually, I'm going a little fast because the thing is that we have already covered all these topics. Okay, that to these 11th 12th chapter is like very recently covered, so you might be having some information about it. Okay, I hope. And also if you have any doubts, if you want to understand in detail, then I have already shared the link of all the recordings. I think maybe 12th chapter I haven't shared. Okay, so I will share, maybe by today or something, I will share all the PPTs for all the chapters from 7 to 12, and also the respective recordings. Okay. Also, this recording also I'll be sharing. So in case you want to have a, quick go through all the chapters at once, then you can refer to this. Okay.
Okay, Prabhuji.
because it might be very tedious for you to go through all the recordings. Okay, so in case you want to have a quick revision, then you can go through this recording. Okay.
Okay, Prabhuji.
And in YouTube, so there are various options where you can slower down the speed so that you can go according to the pace that you require. Okay, so now let us start with the 12th chapter, where Arjuna inquires that who is more perfect, the people who do engage in devotional service or the impersonalist. Okay, so here Lord Krishna says that the one who worships the personal form of the Lord is considered to be more perfect by him. Okay, and the path of the impersonalist is very difficult because uh, uh, it is Krishna himself declares that here also he says that for those whose mind are attached to the unmanifest impersonal feature of the supreme, advancement is very troublesome. To make progress in that discipline is always difficult for all those who are embodied. Okay, so this shloka says that the impersonal form of the supreme Lord, uh, the impersonalist path of attaining the supreme is very very troublesome. Okay, and that it is very difficult for the normal people of Kali Yuga. Okay, so these are the various differences. You can go through it when you are going through the slides. Okay, nirguna saguna means without qualities, with form and qualities. Inconceivable possess inconceivable potency, all pervading by energy as super soul. Unchanging, fixed and immovable, cannot perceive any opulence because of lack of activity, possessor of all six opulences in full. Risk of not realizing the absolute at the end. Success is guaranteed as nothing is lost. The Brahman may realize the Sat and Chit aspects of the Lord, while the people who worship the Bhagavad feature of the Lord, they can they can realize Sat Chit Anand, all the forms of the Supreme Lord. Okay, so see, whenever you are whenever you are going through the path of personalist, of course it's like going through the lift and going through the staircase. Of course the path of the lift is more easier than the lift. Okay, the path of the lift is more easier than the stairs. Okay, because stairs it's like very tiring and troublesome, just like the path of impersonalist. And there can be risk of injury. Okay, while in lift there is very less chances of injury. Okay, so the one who worships the Supreme Lord, giving up all activities, being devoted to the Supreme, and fixed his mind upon me, he is thus Krishna swiftly delivers him from the ocean of birth and death. Okay, now there are the six slokas which talk about the progressive stages of devotion. Okay, first is Ananya Bhakti, that is just fix your mind upon me, engage your all intelligence in me, and you live in me without a doubt. Okay, now this is Ananya Bhakti. Okay, and most of us do not come under this category. Okay, second is Sadhana Bhakti. Okay, which talks about that if you cannot fix your mind upon me, then follow the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga, and in this way you'll develop a desire to attain me. We are following so many principles that we should offer things to Lord. Whatever we do, we should whatever we do, we should do it as an offering to the Supreme Lord. Then there are the four regulative principles: no meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication, and no illicit sex. Okay, so and also we chanting of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, reading of scriptures. So many of us belong to this. Okay, the sadhana bhakti. And the third stage is nishkam karma yoga. Okay, where if you try to work for me. Okay, indirectly, you suppose like we have our new temple which is very, in fact, most of it is already, constructed, and now we are almost reaching to the final stage of the construction. And in case you if in case you feel that you have a you want to donate something or offer something to Lord Krishna, then surely you can donate. Okay, donate for the temple. Okay, so this this is how you can, which shows that how you can work for Lord Krishna. Okay, you can ask your parents to donate for the construction of the temple, because of course construction of a temple is a very pious thing. Okay, and you will get a lot of mercy and spiritual benefit from Lord Krishna. Okay, now this is the 11th verse, Sakama Karma Yoga. If you cannot, however, work in consciousness, then try to act giving up all results of your work and try to be self-situated. Okay. Now, if you cannot take to this practice, cultivation of knowledge is better. However, better than knowledge is meditation, and better than meditation is renunciation of fruits by action. And by such renunciation, one can attain peace of mind. Okay. So these are the progressive stages of Lord. Okay. First and foremost is mind fixed on me. If you cannot do that, follow the regulative principles of sadhana bhakti. If you cannot do that, work for Krishna. If you cannot even do that, then what you can do, giving up results of work. If you cannot do that, then you can do cultivation of knowledge or the meditation process, and or renunciation of the results of your activities. Okay. And as I mentioned in the last class, that the last 8 shlokas of the chapter 12th chapter are known to be as Priyashtakam, which explain the qualities that endear one to Krishna. Okay, free from false ego, tolerance, satisfaction, self-control, determination, and intelligence. Okay, then one who doesn't put anybody to anxiety and who is steady in happiness and distress is very dear to Lord Krishna. Then a devotee who does not depend on the ordinary course of activities, who is pure, experts without cares, free from all pain, and who does not strive for some result is very dear to Lord Krishna. Then one who neither grasps pleasure or grief, neither laments or desires, renounces everything for the sake of Krishna is very dear to me. Then one who is equal to friends and enemies, equipoised in honor and disorder, heat and cold, happiness and distress, fame, infamy, free from contamination, silent and satisfied with anything, who does not care for any residence, who is fixed in knowledge and engages in devotional service is very dear to me. And the last sloka talks about the one who follows the imperishable path of devotional service, engages himself with the faith and making Krishna as the supreme goal. So that person is very, very dear to me. So with this, we are coming to the end of the revision class. Okay. Though I have gone a little fast, but because most of the things I have explained much detail in the recording itself. So this was just a, you can say a go through all of the topics, so that in case you have, forgotten few of the things, it's like a reminder or a recollection of all the things. Okay. Now I'll share the attendance link. Okay. Before that, I'll chant the concluding prayers. वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। शिला प्रभुपाद की जय।